I'm just going to tell him that we can figure it out.
Rabbi, the call is out already.
Where is your mother?
She's in my basement apartment right now.
Okay. What was it like?
I strapped her to the chair. I said, "Don't move. I'll be right back."
What was it like transferring?
It was actually fine. I went to Whitney Center before on my way to the hospital. I said, I need my mom's walker for when I get her out of the hospital. I didn't say that I was going there then.
Yeah.
And they actually let me go in her walker. And I got all of her meds.
Okay.
And her shoes.
Okay.
So she'll be fine. And then we have the aid that worked out. We're going to start tomorrow at 1.
Oh, good.
So we'll bring her over at 1, and then she's going to be on every day 10 to 7. We'll see.
10 to 7. Okay. Does she usually go to sleep then?
What's that?
Does she usually go to sleep?
No. It's just that she's fine. It's just getting dinner and getting her bed ready, and then she's actually. I think she's better now than she was when she went into the hospital.
Okay, so maybe this is a tune.
And she's pretty strong. She gets up easily. She's ambulatory, but she can't be standing in the kitchen cooking right now. So it'll be fine.
All right.
Okay, I'll see you.
Maybe dodge the bullet on this.
Yeah, I'll see you. And it was old. What they saw was actually older damage. They identified it was scar damage, scar tissue from a previous event.
That's really what I wanted to ask.
From like 4 years ago.
Did we know that something?
Yeah, she had a mild heart attack. But so they adjusted the meds, and so hopefully that'll help. It's, you know what, it's all working out, and I'm sorry if I created I just wanted to try it. Actually, I thought it was really good.
Okay, good.
Maybe we do 1 and 1.
Okay, good.
Okay, we'll figure it out. I'll be here tomorrow morning. I'll get it all set up early.
Okay.
So he's going to stay and kind of monitor
Yeah, the one who goes tomorrow.
the sound.
The one who goes tomorrow. What?
No, just that showing up.
I did it. When they turned them off and turned it back on. So we really didn't.
So Jeff, excuse me, because I'm getting messages that people, Jeff?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I'm getting messages that people are trying to live stream. Will they be able to?
Yes, the guy's working on the audio too, but yes.
Okay, good.
It's already live.
No. Long story.
Oh, well, you can only do what you can do.
Right. That's actually the truth.
So what you're seeing here is the same thing that you're seeing in a lot of on the left.
Yeah, except when you see it, whatever that last.
So this is, right now there's only 2 of us on here. Only the rabbi and us.
So in theory, you could plug that into your plug.
What's that?
You could plug it in.
Good. So basically, I don't want to touch it because he's doing stuff right now, Larry. Basically, all you're going to do is you're going to stop the Zoom. I think you know how to do that.
At the end,
Yep, at the end, you're going to leave the meeting.
which could be done at the rabbi's meeting.
No, you have to do yours here.
Oh, which one is
The rabbi, unless the rabbi has meetings for all, you're going to do it here.
So which Zoom is here?
This is for this laptop.
Which one of those Zooms?
This is the This is the Zoom meeting. It's this laptop.
So there's one Zoom or 2?
This is the rabbi's meeting. The Zoom meeting. The rabbi.
So you just leave it.
You just leave here.
You don't end the Zoom.
No, you leave.
We're not the host.
We're not the host. This is not the host.
Is the rabbi
So you leave the meeting.
Yep.
Okay. You stop the stream on this one right here. You see the, let me go for a second. You would stop it where it says stop stream. You would stop the stream there.
Okay.
And you would end the stream here. It's 3 bucks, that's it.
Stop or end first, doesn't matter.
I don't think it matters too much, to be honest. But I would just leave the Zoom meeting first.
Next.
Yep.
Shabbat shalom.
And then you finish it.
That's it.
That's
I
all
was
you gotta
gonna
do.
say, what are you doing here?
Is those three to
I put
No, watch out, Larry is a finished cup.
You didn't put wine in there, did you, Larry?
Minor,
Oh, God.
you can't trust Larry.
Okay.
There's some other good stuff on the counter.
Yeah, not interested.
Alright, so that's really it.
And what I said, there are 2 tabs down below. One is
So it's you first, you can buy.
Yep.
And then I would stop the streaming. and
So-
Oh, maybe I should go down for, oh, this, oh,
So that's what you
this.
do.
You don't, if it's in the chat.
Shabbat shalom, Josh. Shabbat shalom, Jeff.
Have it, Bob.
Right, this is attached.
For tonight, you don't do that. Just try it.
What is that?
And Jeff, somebody was asking for you this morning. I'm trying to remember. Maybe George Seltzer, is that possible? Would he have been asking for you?
He might have.
Yeah. And so I told him that you're a very good boy and you come every evening. And I told him about the world tour. He says, what's wrong with the morning? I said, you know what? He's been very, very wonderful. And I said, you know what, George, if you want to see him, come in the evening.
And I am trying to exercise, so I have an excuse.
So do you know this thing about using a deck of cards and how like clubs are jumping jacks and I don't remember, diamonds are squats and the spades are push-ups and I don't know, I don't remember the fourth. Anyway, and so this is my new thing. You take a deck of cards, and so if it's a 2 of diamonds, you have to do 2 push-ups, right? If it's a 5 of clubs, you have to do 5 sit-ups. And the question is, how far can you get in the deck? And since I'm not operating from a full deck anyway, I don't have to complete the task. I'm thinking that the best exercises are still the simplest ones. Forget about all the machines. Just push-ups and sit-ups and stretches.
Body weight exercises, absolutely.
For all the fancy stuff and the Peloton and the this and the that.
Running used to work for me, so.
Who did?
Running.
Shabbat shalom, Michelle.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom, Nettie, even though I can't see you. I thought I saw Haley, but it might have been a figment of my imagination.
Yeah.
Again, I'm just starting with this.
You have the announcement?
I might.
Do I have to come?
No, you don't.
Honest?
Honest. I think I may be the only one here. I don't know. Look in that folder right there. Shabbat shalom, Sai. Okay, so we're still stuck, like just going back and forth here. So I want to make this easy for you. So in other words, I can't do it from over there. And you're going to need to keep them. But so I don't want to. I don't know what the right word is. We'll find something. Yeah, thank you. The old ones still work. So I don't want to have to make you, move a lot, but if you don't want to be next to me, you get what I'm trying to ask, like, because I'll be coming over here. So, you know what, maybe I'll just get my mask on. Maybe that's the best.
Yes.
Oh, we got 5 minutes?
Yes.
Take a load.
Are you doing the service?
Yes, he is.
This is,
That's no joke.
which is showing.
What did I say?
You said no kidding.
I said that's nice.
You know,
Oh, okay.
Oh, I have to remember that.
Well, allowed in his house.
Betty, thanks for your text this morning. Betty, can you hear me? Okay. That was
You're welcome.
that was very helpful.
Good.
And we acted on it.
Good. Thank you.
Thank you.
There you go. David. I go over here.
David, come over for dinner.
It's sad.
No, we have to have.
And anyway, you cut it.
Oh, yeah. He'll be all right.
I'm not sure.
I'm leaving in a minute. Hopefully set to watch you. So it is running. The guy from Reboot is in there watching it, and he's gonna watch it again tomorrow. So they basically told him they need to do that. So,
I'm not laughing.
what's that?
I'm not laughing.
No, I'm not happy, I'm not happy about it. So, but he can hear everything, so we're good. All right.
See ya.
See you later.
Hi, Jeffrey. Someone took our spot. No, someone else.
Probably Larry, probably me. Edith, it's probably me. You want me to go move?
No.
No biometric.
No. Just trying to think of how I can do it without making you move.
What do I have to move? I'm standing right here.
All right, fine. But then means you have to sing with your mask. Well, I'll tell you what, when I'm not doing something, I'll go over there. So if you want to lower it, you can.
You need this for the Zoom?
No, we're not doing it. So you got your own
Yeah, because it has,
little notes?
yeah, this is Etha's book.
Okay.
So she, page 13. So she starts it with, turn to page 15.
Oh, it's Eatz's book. I didn't understand what you were saying.
Read.
Ah, little crib sheet.
Yeah.
I gotta get me one of those. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Is that Mark? Shabbat shalom. Oh, Marlene. Hi, Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom, Susan.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Oh, that was Mark.
Looked like Ed Burns.
It does a little.
My glasses get fogged up.
You know, that happens to me, and it's really bad. Like if I'm reading Torah and it's going up, and can't see a thing.
The nurse said, put it up fine, but put your glasses over the mask.
Put your glasses over the mask.
Yeah.
All the tricks we have to learn. Put your glasses. How does that help?
Well, it doesn't fog up.
All right. You learn something every day. Okay. Does anybody object if we start a minute early? Seeing no objections, Shabbat Shalom. Welcome to our Shabbat evening service. I'm very happy that our friend Cy Kaplan's going to be davening tonight. That takes us to page 13. Shalom Aleichem.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Malachei Hamlachim, Kadosh Baruch Hu, Malachem Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Mehi Melech Malachei HaMelachim, Kadosh Baruch Hu, Rechuni L'Shalom,
Shalom, Malachei HaShalom,
Malachei
Elyon.
Mehi Melech Malachei HaMelachim,
Kadosh
Baruch
Baruch Hu.
Tzedchem L'Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Elyon. Mehi Melech
Malachei HaMelachim, Kadosh
Baruch Hu.
Page 15, Lacuna Ranana.
Lehuna Rananach Ladonai, Naria Litzorishenu, Nikanopana Bitoda, Ismiro Naria Lo, Kiel Gadol Adonai, Umelech Gadol Kol Elohim, Asher Biado Mikarei Oretz V'toa Podarim Lo. Asher Nishbati V'api Im Yivon El Menuchati.
On page 16, we'll read responsibly. English. Sing a new song to Adonai, acclaim Adonai, all people on earth. Sing to Adonai, proclaim each day God's awesome might, announce to the world God's glory and wonders. For Adonai is great, deserving of praise. Adonai alone is to be revered as God.
All the
Gods of the nations are nothingness, but Adonai created the heavens. Majesty and might accompany God, splendor and strength adorn God's sanctuary. Acknowledge Adonai, all families of nations. Acclaim God's majestic power. Acknowledge God's glory and bring him tribute. Worship Adonai in resplendent reverence. Let the earth tremble in God's presence. Declare to the world Adonai is sovereign. God has steadied the world which stands firm and judges all nations with fairness. Let the heavens rejoice. Let the earth be glad. Let the sea and all contains exult. Let field and forest sing for joy. Adonai comes to rule the earth, to rule the world justly, the nations with faithfulness.
Yismechu Hashamayim, Yismechu Hashamayim, Yismechu Hashamayim, V'tagel haaretz. Yismechu Hashamayim, Yismechu Hashamayim, Yismechu Hashamayim, V'tagel haaretz. Yiramayam, 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 Yismechu Hashamayim, V'tagel haaretz.
20, Mizmor LeDavid.
Mizmor LeDavid, Avu Adonai b'nei Elim, Avu Adonai kavod vos, Avu Adonai kavod shemo, Yishtachavu Adonai b'hadrat kodesh, Kol Adonai al hamayim, El hakavod irim, Adonai al mayim rabim. Kol Adonai ba'koach, Kol Adonai behadar, Kol Adonai sover arazim, V'yishavir Adonai et arzei halvano. Vayir kedem kemo egel, levonon v'siron, kemo vein remim. Kol Adonai chotev lavotesh, Kol Adonai yachel midbar, Yachel Adonai midbar kodesh, Kol Adonai Yeholel Hayalot. Vayachesav Yeharot, Uvei Kalo, Kulo Omer Kavod. Adonai Lama Booyah, Shavayeshev Adonai, Melech Leolam. Adonai Oziam Oitin, Adonai Yevarech Et Amo
Pages 21 and 22 for Lachado D. The first two stanzas on 21, then the last two on 22. And when we'll get to that last stanza, we'll rise and turn to greet the Sabbath Queen. Page 21, Lachado D.
Lechado Di Lekrakala, B'nei Shabbat Mikabela, 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 Shamor V'Zakor B'Dibor Echad, Ishmi'anu El HaMiuchad, Adonai Echad, U'Shmo Echad, Shem U'Tiferet V'Tila. Lechado Di Lekrakala, B'nei Shabbat Mikabela, Lechado Di Lekrakala, B'nei Shabbat Mikabela, Likrat Shabbat Lecho V'Nelcha, Ki Mikor HaBracha, Be'erosh Mikedem Nesucha, Sof Ma'aseh B'Mam Shabbatila. Lechado Di Lekrakala, B'nei Shabbat Mikabela, Lechado Di Lekrakala, B'nei Shabbat Mikabela, Yamin U'Shmol Tifrotzi, V'et Adonai Taritzi, Al Yadis Ben Partzi, V'nismecha V'nahagela. Lechado Di Lekrakala, B'nei Shabbat Mikabela, Lechado Di Lekrakala, B'nei Shabbat Mikabela.
Please rise and turn.
Vo'i b'shalom ateret bala, gam d'simcha u'kahala, tofem u'nei ad segula, vo'i kahala. Lechado Di Lekrakala, B'nei Shabbat Mikabela, Lechado Di Lekrakala, B'nei Shabbat Mikabela.
Please be seated. We are on page 23. We'll read responsively in English. It is good to acclaim Adonai, to sing your praise, exalted God, to affirm your love each morning and your faithfulness each night, to the music of the lute and the melody of the harp. Your works, Adonai, make me glad. I sing with joy of your creation. How vast your works, Adonai, minds are beyond our grasp. The thoughtless cannot comprehend, the foolish cannot fathom this. The wicked may flourish, springing up like grass, but their doom is sealed, for you are supreme forever. Your enemies, Adonai, your enemies shall perish, all the wicked shall crumble. But me you have greatly exalted, I'm anointed with fragrant oil. I have seen the downfall of my foes, I have heard the despair of my attackers. The righteous shall flourish like the palm tree, they shall grow tall like a cedar in Lebanon. Planted in the house of Adonai, they will thrive in the courts of our God.
They shall bear fruit in old age. They shall be ever fresh and
fragrant, to proclaim just and right. There is no flaw.
Tzadik atama yifra, yered lavanan yiskesh tulin, b'veit Adonai b'chatrot Eloheinu yafrechu, od Yenuhu l'seva, d'shem le'agid ki yashar Adonai shuri v'lavatav.
Please rise for the Baruch Hu, page 28. You can stay around here. Baruch Hu.
Baruch Hu et Adonai hamavorach.
Baruch Adonai Baruch Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai hamavorach le'olam va'ed.
Please be seated. We'll read the middle paragraph on page 28 together in English. Praised are you, Adonai, our God, who rules the universe, your word bringing the evening dusk. You open with wisdom the gates of dawn, design the day with wondrous skill, set out the succession of seasons, and arrange the stars in the sky according to your will. Adonai Tzvaot, you create day and night, rolling light away from darkness and darkness away from light. Eternal God, your sovereignty shall forever embrace us. Praised are you, Adonai, for each evening's dusk.
El Chai V'Kayam, Tamid Imo Kolenu Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai, Amariv Aravim. Amen. Ahavat Olam Beit Yisrael, Amcha Ahavta. Torah mitzvot, hukim mishpotim, otanu limadita. Al kain Adonai Eloheinu, v'shachreinu ufkumenu, nasiach b'chukecha, v'nismach b'divrei Toratecha, uv'mitzvotecha, le'olam va'ed. Ki ein hayenu, yorech yameinu, uvahem neged yamam v'layla. Ve'ahavtecha al tosim himenu le'olam v'amim. Baruch atah Adonai, ohev amo Yisroel.
Amen. Page 30 for the Shema.
Shema Yisrael,
Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha, b'chol v'avka v'hayu hadvarim ha'eleh, asher anochi mitzavcha hayom al vavecha, v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta v'sheva b'reitecha, Ushartam You shall love Adonai your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your might. And these words which I command you this day, teach them diligently to your children, and recite them at home. Sign upon your hand, and as a reminder above your eyes, inscribe them upon the doorposts of your homes and upon your gate. We'll read the rest of the Shema silently, the rest of page 30, and the first paragraph on page 31. I am Shamoah, Benatati, Behishtachavitem, Asher Noten Lachem, Besamtem, Beinechem, V'limadatem, Uchtavtam Zot Beitecha. Vayomer Adonai el Moshe Lemor. Al Kanfei Vigdehem L'Doratam V'Nanu Al Tzitzit HaKanah Patil Tehela Vayalachem Uritem Acharei Levavchem Leman Tisgruvasitem.
Adonai Elohechem Emet.
On page 32, we'll read the first paragraph together in English. We affirm the truth that Adonai alone is our God, and that we are God's people, Israel. God redeems us from the power of kings and delivers us from the hand of all tyrants, bringing judgment upon our oppressors and retribution upon all our mortal enemies, performing wonders beyond understanding and marvels beyond all reckoning. God has maintained us among the living, not allowing our steps to falter, guided us to triumph over mighty foes, and exalted our strength over all our enemies, vindicating us with miracles before Pharaoh, with signs and wonders in the land of Egypt. God smote in wrath Egypt's firstborn, brought Israel to lasting freedom, and led them through divided waters as their pursuers sank in the sea. When God's children beheld the divine might, they sang in praise, gladly accepting God's sovereignty. Moses and the people of Israel joyfully sang the song to you.
Umalhuso brotzon kiblu elehem, Moshe bnei Yisrael, lecha anu shira, v'simcha rabba, v'amru kulam.
Mi kamocha,
Adonai,
mi kamocha,
Utachara uvenecha, okei yom lifnei Moshe, ze'eli anu v'amru.
Adonai,
Kifada Adonai et Yaakov, u'go'alo miyachazak mimenu, Baruch atah Adonai, go'al Yisrael.
Amen. On page 33, we'll read the first paragraph together in English. Help us, Adonai, to lie down in peace and awaken us again, our sovereign, to life. Spread over us your shelter of peace. Guide us with your good counsel. Save us because of your mercy. Shield us from enemies and pestilence, from starvation, sword, and sorrow. Remove the evil forces that surround us. Shelter us in the shadow of your wings, O God, who watches over us and delivers us, our gracious and merciful ruler. Guard our coming and our going. Grant us life and peace now and always. Spread over us the shelter of your peace. Praised are you, Adonai, who spreads the shelter of peace over us, over all his people Israel, and over Jerusalem.
Ufrosh aleinu sukkot shlomecha, Baruch atah Adonai, haporet sukkot shalom aleinu, ve'al kol amo Yisrael, ve'al Yerushalayim.
Amen. Please rise. Page 34 for Vishamra.
V'shamru.
Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat lasod et ha-Shabbat lidorotam berit olam. V'nei uvein b'nei Yisrael, Otili olam. Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat lasot et ha-Shabbat lidorotam berit olam.
Kisashem
Yomim Asadonai, Asadonai, et ha-shamayim v'et ha'aretz v'shamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat lasot et ha-Shabbat lidorotam berit olam.
Uvayom hashvi.
Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash, Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat lasot et ha-Shabbat lidorotam berit olam.
Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah. Divra karute v'amlech malchute v'chayechom yom v'chayechom beit Yisrael. Barala uv'izman karev imaru Yeshmei rabbah mevarach V'yolam yomei omaya Yisrael Yitzchak, v'Yishtabak, v'Yitpoah, v'Yitronan, v'Yitnaseh, v'Yithadar, v'Yithalev, v'Yithalol, Shemeda Kudashah, Min Kol B'chata v'Shirata, Kush B'chata v'Nehemata, Damihiran B'Yoma, B'Maruha. Please remain standing for our silent devotion from page 35B to page 38. Shalom Dirumam, Uyas Shalom Aleinu, Deyal Kol Yisrael, Deyru Ibru Amen. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Deyal Kol Yisrael, Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Deyal Kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, v'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, v'al kol Yisrael. Please be seated. We are on page 47, Vayachulu Hashamayim. Vayachulu Hashamayim v'haaretz. V'kol tzavam, v'yechal Elohim hayom hashvihi, milato asher asa, v'yishvot v'yom hashvihi, mikol milato asher asa, v'yivorech Elohim et yom hashvihi, v'yikadesh oto, kivo Shabbat mikol milato, Kivo Shabbat mikol melachto, Asher bara Elohim, Asher bara Elohim lasot. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avoteinu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah. El Hagadol, Hagibon, Hamara, El Elyon, Konei Shamayim, Va'aretz, Mogen Avot, Va'aro, Mechayim Etzim, B'maro, Ha'el Hagadol, Kamohu, Hameniach Liamo, Yom Shabbat Kadshel. Kivan Ratzal Haniach Lahem, Kivan Ratzal Haniach Lahem, Lefanav Navod Niravachad, V'notei Lishmo B'chol Yom Tamid, Me'on HaBrakot, El HaHodot, Adon HaShalom.
Shabbat, Baruch Shavim, Yach Kedusha, Enig, Zeh,
Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu Ritzei Kachenu b'mitzvotecha v'teinenu b'toratecha. Rabbeinu metuvecha v'samchenu b'shuatecha v'tahel libeinu v'yadecha b'emet v'kanchilenu Adonai Eloheinu v'yahava uvratzon Shabbat Kachecha Yanuchu v'Yisrael Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh Hashem Yikadav Yikadash Shemei Rabbah V'Yivrakute V'Yamlich Bakute V'Chayechon V'Yomechon V'Chayedechol Beit Yisrael Agalav Isman Kori V'Imeru
Amen.
Yishtabak Vitboar Vitkuman Vietnase Nadar Vietalev Kudisha Avakata Vashirata Teshbachata Benechemata Damaran Bioma V'Imeru
Amen.
Iskabel Tzlota Honda Ho Yisrael Kadama Vahon Div Shemaya V'Imeru
Amen.
Shemaya V'Chayim Israel V'Imeru
Amen.
Shalom V'Yaseh Shalom Olenu V'Yalko Yisrael V'Imeru
Amen. Please rise for the Kiddush, page 49.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pri hagafen.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'rotzavanu b'shabbat kodsho b'hava uvratzon chen chilanu zikaron l'maaseh v'reishit ki yom tehila l'mikrei kodesh zecher Yisrael, Kivanu v'charta, v'yotanu kidashta, mikol ha'amim, b'shabbat kodshecha, v'yahava uvratzon, in kaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat.
Amen. Please be seated. It's September 11th. You cannot ignore this date. Or maybe you can. It's hard to believe that it was 19 years ago. So there's a whole generation for whom September 11th is the day after September 10th and the day before September 12th. But not for us, right? As with so many profound moments in our lives, we know exactly where we were when we heard the news. I remember the time I sort of felt like the fourth child at the Seder, the one who doesn't even know what questions to ask. Unlike that fortunate child, however, our ignorance stemmed not from innocence, but from shock. So this week, we're reading a double Torah portion. It's called Nitzavim Vayelech. And in Parshat Nitzavim, the entire community comes together, and the Torah makes it clear that everyone, men, women, and children, from the mightiest to the most humble, should come together. The word Nitzavim means standing. You are all standing here together. And Vayelech, the name of the second Seder, means, and he went forth. It's an interesting juxtaposition. You're all standing, and you went forth. My question about each of us in our lives is, are we standing still, or are we moving forward? When those airplanes hit the World Trade Center, when United Flight number 93 went down, we were stuck in that moment. We couldn't move. It was simply incomprehensible. But time does move relentlessly forward. So as individuals, as a community, as a country, we have gone forth. We went forth reminded of, armed with the terrible knowledge that so many lives were cut short on that terrible day. We who are blessed with the gift of life, what are we doing with that blessing? The psychologist William Martin asked 300 people this brief question. What do you have to live for? 70% of them answered, I have nothing to live for. 30% answered, I have everything. 20% answered, I have nothing to live for. 10% answered, I have everything. 5% answered, I have nothing to live for. 4% answered, I have everything. 3% answered, I have nothing to live for. 2% answered, I have everything. 1% answered, I have nothing to live for. 0% answered, I have everything.
He found that 94% of his response was simply enduring the present while they waited for the future. They were waiting for something to happen, waiting for the right person to come along, waiting for children to grow up, waiting to pay off a mortgage, waiting for a vacation, waiting for retirement, waiting to get involved in the community, waiting to learn some new skill or hobby. 94% of us are waiting. While each new day passes, 100% of us are running out of time. So Rosh Hashanah is 1 week away. What are we waiting for? The high holidays are finally and ultimately about our confrontation with our own mortality. The words of the Mopser say, who shall live and who shall die? Who in the fullness of years and who before? Who by fire and who by wild beast? These words, it seems to me, have never been more meaningful. Our days are indeed like a passing shadow. So we have one more week to consider, what is the meaning of our lives? If our lives end tomorrow, what would we regret most? What changes would we wish we made? What are we waiting for? Even within the confines of the pandemic, there are many opportunities to earn that greatest honorific in our tradition. She was a mensch, or he was a mensch. So Shana Tova, may you be blessed with a good year. May you be blessed with the strength and the wisdom and the courage to make it a good year. We'll rise for the Aleinu on page 51. Paula, would you open the ark? Page 51.
Alenu l'shabeach l'adon hakol v'tei g'dula l'yotzeh b'reishit shelo asanu kigoyei haratzot v'lo samanu mishpachot adama shelo sam elkeinu kahem v'goralenu b'chol hamonam v'anachu korim u'mishtachim Please be seated.
We'll turn now to page 80, the special psalm for the season of repentance. Page 80 will read responsively in English. Adonai is my light and my help, whom shall I fear? Adonai is the strength of my life, whom shall I dread? When evildoers draw near to slander me, when foes threaten, they stumble and fall. Though armies be arrayed against me, I have no fear. Though wars threaten, I remain steadfast in my faith. One thing I ask of Adonai, for this I yearn, to dwell in the house of Adonai all the days of my life, to behold God's beauty, to pray in God's sanctuary. Hiding me in a shrine, safe from peril, God will shelter me beyond the reach of disaster and raise my head high above my enemies. I will bring God offerings with shouts of joy, singing, chanting praise to Adonai. Adonai, hear my voice when I call. Be gracious to me and answer. It is you whom I seek, says my heart. It is your presence that I seek, Adonai. Do not hide from me. Do not reject your servant. You have always been my help. Do not abandon me. Forsake me not, my God of deliverance. Though my father and my mother leave me, Adonai will care for me. Teach me your way, Adonai. Guide me on the right path to confound my oppressors. Do not abandon me.
The will of my foes, false witnesses,
risen against me, purveyors of malice and lies. Yet I have faith that I shall surely see Adonai's goodness in the land of the living. Hope in Adonai, be strong, take courage, and hope in Adonai. We turn now to page 52. O Lord and King, who art full of compassion, in whose hand is the soul of every living thing and the breath of all flesh, to thine all-wise care do we commit the souls of our dear ones who have departed from this earth. Teach all who mourn to accept the judgment of thine inscrutable will, and cause them to know the sweetness of thy consolation. During this week, we observe the following yard sites: Marilyn Grossman, mother of Stephen Grossman; Rhoda Canner, mother of Jeffrey Canner; William Tabenkin, father of Gary Tabenkin; Herbert Case, cousin of Mark Kaplan; Susie Zulkovitz, sister of Betty Litto; Marcia Sickler Baldinger, mother of Susan Torcellini; Albert Herschel Reifler, father of Michael Reifler; David Cantrow, father of Richard Cantrow; Flossie Miller, mother of Stuart Miller; Judy Rader, sister-in-law of Betty Litto; Sophie Zook, mother of Robert Zook; Nick Greenhouse, Weinstein; Louis Hellman, father of May Margolis; Albert Soltz, grandfather of Amy Salinger and Aaron Salinger, father of Stephen Salinger; and Carmen Wexler, mother of another. Let those who mourn now rise, to magnify and sanctify thy holy name. Mourners Cottage, page 52.
Yikadal, Shmei Rabbah, V'Almadi. Shmei Rabbah, Mevorach, V'Olam, Me'omai. Yitvarach, V'Yishabach, V'Yitvarach, V'Yitzaman, V'Yitnaseh. V'Yitadar, V'Yitadar, V'Yitalal, Shmei V'Tisha, V'Elah, Mikol, Yerchata, V'Shirata, Tushmachata, V'Nechamata, Gameran, V'Alma, V'Imru. Shemaya. V'Chaim Aleinu, V'Al Kol Yisrael, V'Imru. Amen. Yaseh Shalom, Aleinu V'Al Kol. Toshara Avilatzion Yerushalayim. May God comfort you together with all the other mourners of Zion and Jerusalem. Let us say, Amen. Amen.
Shalom. Please join us tomorrow morning. The service will start at 9:30 a.m., which will include the bar mitzvah ceremony of Nathan Marzak, son of Rachel and Chris Marzak. And then please join us tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. for Slichot. Slichot are communal prayers for divine forgiveness said during the days before the high holiday season. The discussion. On Sunday, there will be the annual cemetery service at Shalom Cemetery, Allen Street, Hamden, at noon. Please keep in mind that the service is for all loved ones, regardless of where they are buried. The services scheduled for this coming week are morning minions Monday through Friday at 7:15 a.m., Morning Minions Sunday begins at 9 a.m. and evening Minions Monday through Thursday begin at 6:45. Friday evening, September 18th, the service for the first night of Rosh Hashanah will begin at 7:30 p.m. Saturday morning, September 19th, the service for the first day of Rosh Hashanah will begin at 9 a.m. And Saturday afternoon, September 19th, will be a family service at 4:30 p.m. Saturday evening, September 19th, the service for the second night of Rosh Hashanah will begin at 6:45 p.m. And Sunday morning, September 20th, the service for the second day of Rosh Hashanah will begin at 9 a.m. Please note that the Zoom ID for the all these holiday services is different from the Zoom. Book pickup date is Sunday, September 13th from 9 to noon. Upcoming TBS Adult Ed programs for Wednesday, October 28th at 7 p.m. Rabbi Abraham Joshua Heschel, one of the great Jewish religious philosophers of the 20th century, presented by Rabbi Skolnick. For Monday, November 23rd at 7:15 p.m., virtual tour of the Jewish Museum in New York City. Reservations are required. Contact Brian Lakin. For Tuesday evening, December 22nd, a joint program with Congregation Or Shalom of Orange, presented by Rabbi Alvin Winehouse, on how his family was saved from the Shoah by a Japanese diplomat, Jun Sugahara. See the temple tablet in the period before the programs for reservation instruction for the museum tour and for the Zoom URLs. When you come to pick up your holiday Matzah books on Sunday, September 13th, you can also buy grocery cards that day. Please support the temple by buying the cards on that day, and thank you to all who continue to purchase grocery cards. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Just one more note about the announcements that the link, the Zoom link for tomorrow night's Slichot and for the cemetery service at 12 o'clock on Sunday are the same link as for that you were on tonight. We'd like to thank Sai for davening so beautifully, and we'll ask him to conclude with Adon Olam on page 54.
Adon Olam Asher Malach B'terem Kol Yitzir Nivra Li'ed Nasa V'Hexah Kol Hazayin Elech Shemo Nivra V'Yaharei Tikvos HaKol Levado Nivra V'hu Haya V'hu Over V'hu Yeh V'tifara V'hu Echad V'yesheni Lihamshilo Lihatvira V'lireshit V'litati V'lohot V'hamishra V'hu Eli V'chaynoni V'tzur Hevli V'yetzara V'hu Nisi V'manosi Menat Kosi V'yom Ebraha V'yahado Afiruki V'yishan V'yahira V'ruki V'yati Adonai Elohim. Please rise for the closing prayer, and please remain standing for the Motzi Yosef Shalom Bimromav,
Hu Yaseh Shalom. Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. May he who makes peace in the heavens grant peace unto us and unto all Israel. And let us say Amen. I would do the honors.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz.
Amen. Shabbat Shalom. Thank you, everybody, for being with us. I see Georgia represented. There's even some people from Cheshire. Wow.
Not far.
I think I see Florida. Did I see Lenore? Do I see Lenore Frumpkin's name?
Florida? Yeah.
Lenore, show your face, Lenore.
California. Wait, Virginia.
No, I see Lenore.
Where is she?
I know there's a black
There
screen.
she is.
Lenore, show us your face.
Hi, Lenore.
Lenore Frumpkin's on
Hi,
it.
Lenore.
But she's not showing us.
Hi, Lenore.
Lenore, like unmute, on video. That's what. Start video. Start your video. Start your engine.
Hi. Hi. How are you?
So, Lauren, your mother's home? Or
David.
she's
with David.
She's at David.
David's
Oh,
house.
and there's David right now. Okay.
Yep.
Yes. No, I think he changed it to a chair and wouldn't let her move it.
Tell anyone where she is.
Okay.
I know. She's in hiding.
She's in hiding. I think he tied her to a chair so she couldn't move or something.
Yeah, I think we can say goodnight.
Shabbat Shalom, Druckers. Very quietly. But Lenore, if you're on there, we haven't seen you in a million years. Lenore. You're not going to come out. All right. All right. Thank you, sir.
I'll talk to you tomorrow night.
Okay. Very good. All right. Shabbat Shalom, Nettie. Shabbat Shalom, Cherny. Mike Reifler, God really blessed you with a wonderful voice. Even when you're reading a responsive reading, you have such a melodious voice. You make responsive readings melodious. Right.
Rabbi?
Yeah.
Just one note, if you would.
Please.
You mentioned I was at Pentagon that day.
Oh my God, you were?
And there were 180 of us that were killed on
You know.
on that too.
Yeah.
And you did not mention.
I apologize. I apologize.
Okay.
But
if you would, when you do mention it tomorrow, I know you will.
Okay.
If you can close down.
I will. Thank you. As a matter of fact, I got to tell you, I had it written down, and somehow my eyes slipped over the line.
I understand.
When you're right, I had it down, and that's what I do. I make notes to myself, and sometimes I skip my notes. But you're absolutely right, and all of those sacrifices, which, I somehow that one never gets as emphasized as much as the other two, and I don't know why, because symbolically, that might have been the worst one. In terms of hitting us in our pride and the Pentagon,
They're not a good, Rabbi, and it's ridiculous to assign more credit on one than the other.
I'm not being ridiculous, Mike.
No, you know what I mean.
I know, but I mean that somehow that one does not get as emphasized, and just in terms of the horrible symbolism to be able to hit us in the symbol of our might. The World Trade Center was the symbol of the economy, right? And anyway, it's all horrible. It's all horrible. And 19 years doesn't make it any better.
No, it doesn't.
No. Right. Lenore, why won't you show us your face, Lenore? I know it's you. Your name is on the screen, Lenore. She won't do it. It's like teasing. Maybe it's in Texas and they don't have communication because she's got one of the kids. All right.
But I talked to my son a little earlier in Dallas, so it works. They have communication.
All right.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom.
Hi, Betty.
Hi.
How's everybody?
Hi, Gail.
Betty, I didn't know you had those two yard sites were so close to each other. That Susie and Judy, I never realized they're the same week.
I got more coming up.
I I know.
Yes.
Very good. All right. Now, Marty, what I was looking for
Right,
was,
take care,
where's the
everyone.
HDMI cord? So I was just going to plug it in myself.
Lauren, are you still there?
Yes, I am.
I mean,
Right, so,
no,
did Mom have the third?
Oh, Lenore's showing her face now.
where's
No,
Lenore?
she isn't.
No, she is. No, she disappeared altogether.
No, she's there. I see her name.
No,
Oh,
see,
yeah, you're you.
Lauren's
You're
eye.
David.
Oh, that's very funny, Dave. All right.
You know, she's related to Joyce Wallen, Malkin, Fromkin. I mean, you know, Dave?
I thought that's why it sounded familiar.
You didn't know Richard Fromkin? God bless him. No. It was
Lost him too young.
He was like 51, 53.
56, or young. That's.
I'll never get over that because I was sitting with him at a basketball game a few nights before that, and he kept saying, "I'm thirsty," and we didn't think much about it. And he went to the doctor, and he was okay, and he had a terrible stroke and he died.
Stroke, yeah. And he's related to Linda Berman, who was, I guess, the Katanim director. You know, they're all related.
No, I don't think I knew that.
Yeah.
Linda Berman?
Yeah.
How are the Fromkins related to her? All right.
Sister, yeah.
Susan, nice to see you. Shabbat shalom.
Gail, Shabbat shalom. Shalom to you.
Okay.
Thanks. All right, see you all.
All right.
Lauren,
Hey, call me.
I'll
Yeah.
FaceTime you.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Good night,
Good night.
Rabbi.
Good night. Shabbat shalom, everybody.
Bye. See you in the morning.
So people take things apart to move things. Fuck it up.
Okay. Marty, this is not the end of this story. I'll get a cord and I'll plug it in. I was looking. I don't know if you saw me. I was looking before for the cord. I was going to do it right now. I can handle this. You made it so simple for me. I can do it myself. What's the matter?
Nothing. So the stream was on the whole time.
Great.
Audio and all.
Great.
He's been. Sorry.
All I really need is there was an HDMI cord. I'll get another one. That's all, and I'll plug it in there. I can do this myself. I love this thing. You know how excited I am.
Yeah, like they put it on the wall, it's useless. Totally useless.
But anyway, we'll put it back. I know it's back on.
Well, that's the only reason why I took the lights out. I had Henry take those lights out.
All right. Anyway.
What I wanted to tell you, I picked up the swell. It's Memorial Swell, it's 100% here.
I don't mean to censor, but I don't know what we're talking
For
about.
Trent, no, very close. So they had the family called up a couple of months ago.
Oh, I remember now. You tell me.
Because they put a stone in. Well, the stone arrived to Florida.
Okay.
So I just brought it over to Nolan. Nolan will put it in.
Good.
I don't know when. I'll let you know as soon as.
Oh, this is what we talked about. I said that I wanted to go over and say something. Now, okay. Now I remember what you're talking
I
about.
have a feeling they're going to put it in next week. I don't know for sure.
All right. Well,
Actually, FedEx called me and they said, I have a package for the cemetery. It was in Hampton. I said, please don't leave it in the cemetery.
Okay. No. Now I got it. And well, look. When I know it's in, I'll go over there. And because I feel like it's hollow after all this stuff to just put it in and not do it for it. So. Anyway, this is nothing's broken, nothing's messed up. Well, I love it. And by the way, mostly I'm here, but I even like it when it's just me here on the people on the screen. So what?
I thought we were going to be able to see it soon.
Well, you will. Nothing's broken. Nothing. As your worst comes to worst, I just want to know what that is.
To plug in to the laptop? now everything's been fucked up and moved around. So I have no idea what works, what doesn't.
All right. Anyway, the screen's here. I can do it just the way you talk. It'll be fine.
How did it go last Saturday?
And by the way, the screen, it doesn't seem to be something you can put 49 screens on. You're 49 here and 49 there, right? I didn't ever know well screens thought that. I thought it was 25. 49 is twice that.
Well,
So that
he said it would take or whatever. He said, it's just small things.
I'm telling you, I had 49 screens. I could see them.
Yeah.
I'm going to be here. I love the screens. You know how excited I am. And nothing's changed. Nothing's wrong with it. Am I locking?
Yeah, I'm gonna give it 2 seconds. Alright, so I sent him a message. So I don't do anything. Nope, he goes to shut the stream off. He just went out that door. I'm leaving.
Which door do we go out? We go to the kitchen,